SMT Nation, we are back. Nation, pictured on the screen is AT&T's new phone call solution for home telephone users. I know it seems crazy. A lot of us don't use home phone, but some people do and some people want to. And AT&T is cutting out a bunch of cable operations in 20 of their 21 states. They're basically shuttering and decommissioning the whole operation. And they've got their reasons for it. You know, they always talk about that at all these investor conferences. You know, obviously, you know, it's prone to water damage. It's expensive to maintain. There's always the theft risk of copper and all those types of things. And they're already building these wireless networks. So, you know, putting it over the wireless network makes a lot of sense from like a synergy standpoint and an efficiency standpoint, right? More reliability, better cost of operations. And actually, that's something that a lot of people are getting with the new kind of home phone solution. I think they call it AT&T Phone Advanced. Service costs are actually going down for customers. I think instead of, you know, some of the more costly situations with the copper bill that's like $120 for home broadband and the home phone, now it's bringing you down to like $40, right? So, you know, it kind of does make a lot of sense from a cost standpoint. But the hard part here is with regulators, obviously the FCC, you know, AT&T kind of remaining the carrier of last resort in California. They're kind of holding out for them to operate copper. You know, the only real advantage is the fact that when power goes out, you know, that copper will still be operational. You know, but tower sites have backup power. They've got batteries. A lot of them have diesel generators. And you know, the tower grids have gotten so reliable, and the power grid, the electric grid, has gotten so reliable. I don't really see it to stay operational. So I'm all for this. I'm actually really with this for the most part. I think obviously it helps AT&T and you know, obviously the voice performance, the call quality is actually probably going to be better here. So the AT&T Phone Advanced is a step in the evolution of what AT&T is trying to accomplish in shuttering copper. They've got a solution for it. It's not like they're just disconnecting people. But obviously AT&T is going to have to get this into people's homes, and they're going to also have to build out their network to handle wireless traffic too for home broadband with AT&T Internet Air. I think those things are going to have to be hand in hand. I think regulators need to push AT&T to upgrade their towers to be able to handle more capacity, to handle more internet users. And obviously there's rumor and speculation and conjecture about AT&T getting 4.9 gigahertz. That would be great as home broadband use. Additional frequencies, the build out of C-band and DoD. There's a lot of things, right? If AT&T wants to start shuttering things to help their business, they need to offer solutions as replacements for where they offered service. You can't just shut down the network and leave people disconnected. You know, it's just because it's not cost efficient to you, but you took all the government dollars and all the funding through all these years, and now it's your turn to do your part. You know, that's the one thing. Like, I'm all for companies making money, but I'm not for companies making money off the back of the government, and then when things aren't pretty, you know, they don't want to be a part of it. You know what I mean? So it's like they're just too fair weather for me. So I'm willing to hold AT&T to the fire. Any company, really, it doesn't matter. T-Mobile, Verizon, whoever. If you want government dollars, then do your part and build the network for the reasons we need them. Remember, the government is supposed to operate the needs of the citizens. It's supposed to represent us. And these companies need to serve us if they're taking government dollars. That's a pretty simple calculus. So we've got a solution here for home telephone. Got a solution for fixed wireless for home broadband. AT&T, I think, just needs to grand scale this, right? And, you know, we're kind of waiting for them to really put their pedal to the metal, stop lollygagging. I get it. They make a lot of money on their fiber service, and they're really focused on that. But you just can't ditch all these connections because it doesn't suit your business philosophy. Hey, then fine. Don't ever take government dollars again. But in typical AT&T fashion, you know how they are. They'll take all the government dollars that they can and do the least amount that they can. That's kind of how AT&T's been. I wouldn't expect them to change. Actually, I don't expect any of these companies to change. You know, never listen to what they say. Watch what they do. These carriers will always tell you who they are, and I'll always call it out. So good that they have a solution. Get it in people's homes. Get them all connected to these if they need the phone service. I think this also connects for fax machines, right? So all this is really great. Now we just got to get the AT&T Internet Air situation going on. The fixed wireless as a solution for home broadband. As limited as it may be in capacity, as long as it can meet the needs of people and provide basic connectivity, I'm all for it. What do you guys think about all this, the phone and the internet situation? Sound off in the comment section below. Go the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.